Spectacular Stache coming at you live, baby. Still your BWC Internet Champion. Still holding your belt because it's all about the YOU, baby. And that's why Stache is here. Listen, this is the third time that the Stache has attempted to make a video today. 2 live streaming broadcasts have failed. The Spectacular Stache not only has to defend this belt from a battalion of professional wrestlers trying to take it from him, the Stache has to fight the internet as well to inform you about what's going on with your champ and your belt. All right, so I'm just going to record a video and I'm going to broadcast it live, and you can watch it that way. I'm not going to worry about live streaming because something keeps interfering just when the Stache gets his roll on and starts to speak to the people of the internet. My WWWers, my worldwide webbers, my people. When the Stache starts to commune with you, something steps in and cuts us off. Well, no matter, because the Stache ain't no quitter, and the Stache ain't never gonna give up earning this belt. Earning your respect as your BWC Internet Champion. Now, we're going to pick up where the live stream left off yesterday. I was talking about professional wrestlers you need to watch. And of course, that's Handsome Jimmy, the Boogie Woogie Man, Valiant, baby, the Spectacular Stache, and the Man of Lightning, the Force of Nature, Scott Storm. Yeah, baby. I'll tell you what, man, Scott Storm is doing so much. He's got it going on. He's doing a lot for the community. He's doing a lot for the people. And he's showing everybody what a real champion should be. Scott Storm is the all-star wrestling Southern heavyweight champion. And Scott Storm recently produced a commercial for the Virginia Dental Association Foundation's return of the Missions of Mercy Project to Wise County, Virginia, baby, on July 28th and July 29th. You need to check this video out. I think I was able to post a link to it in the description. If not, hit Scott Storm's Facebook. Hit the Spectacular Stache's Facebook. Hit this commercial. If you've seen it, great. Watch it again. Spread it around. The whole world needs to see this video. It's for a great cause. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Scott Storm brought in yours truly, the Spectacular Stache, and his buddies Big H and Levi, and we all put this thing in Stache and Scott Storm. We all put this thing together, and we worked hard on it, and I think that is going to raise awareness, and we need your help getting the word out. So spread that link around, baby. Now, in addition to being a superstar championship professional wrestler, the Spectacular Stache is also a wordsmith, a writer of literature, an artiste, a creator of comic books, and a heavy metal alchemist extraordinaire, musician, drummer, lead vocalist, baby. That's right. You're looking at the world's only Renaissance stash, baby. That's right. That's right. Writer, artist, musician, athlete, Renaissance, baby. And so, at the upcoming live events, Stache is about to report, you will be able to pick up these items. Stache's books. Stache has many books. Amazon best-selling author Dennis Warren. My alter ego, my secret identity. Everybody already knows anyway, so it's no secret. Dennis Warren. He writes books for the Spectacular Stache. This is one of them. The Visitors. It's a 2-part story. It's about a little girl named Kate. She has special abilities. She can see ghosts, spirits, monsters, entities. She's the only one that can see them. This is her story. Spine-tingling tales of suspense designed to twist your mustache even if you don't have one. That's what the Stache writes. Also have another book called Tales to Twist Your Mustache. And I wrote a book with my wife, Jerry Lynn, Miss Stache, the fabulous one. It's called The Cemetery Inn. Need to check them out. They're available on Amazon. You can also pick these up at live events. I have copies of The Visitors right now. Stache is a creator of comic books. This is the world's greatest Wonder Wiener comic book, Flippy the Dachshund. It is a coloring book. It is a comic book. It is fun for all ages. I drew the book. My wife, Jerry Lynn, Miss Stache, the fabulous one, she wrote it. And of course, it stars Flippy and Zombie. Everybody loves Flippy. See? Also, the world's greatest heavy metal comic book, Metal Cult Comics. That's right, baby. Written, illustrated, created, published by the Spectacular Stache. Semi-autobiographical, psychedelic adventures. The Spectacular Stache with his heavy metal band, working through the heavy metal underground and traveling all through the universe into the multiverse and beyond, baby. It's all in this book. Also, Spectacular Stache music, Cult of Dionysus, and World's Decay music, both available online right now. Spectacular Stache is the lead vocalist for Matt Miller's World's Decay. The Mustache Express, available right now as a lead single for an upcoming album. And right now, be sure to check out the World's Decay catalog of songs, including the Mustache Express and the Mustache Meditation, and the latest single, The Prophet, which will be on the upcoming album by World's Decay. Should be out by July, The Great Awakening. Stay tuned. You're gonna love it. Check out the music, spread it around. Available on iTunes, Pandora, Spotify, Napster, Amazon, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Deezer, Jukes, and everywhere fine music is distributed. Yeah. Now, if you want to go back, way back into the Wayback Machine, you can check out music by Pre-Stache. Cryptomeria. This was before the Stache. 20 years ago, Cryptomeria released this Obelisk album. It is now available on CD. It's been re-released, remastered, and reproduced, and you can pick a copy up from the Spectacular Stache at one of these live events that are coming up. I'm going to start going over them. All right, here we go. Listen up, brothers and sisters. The Spectacular Stache wants you to help him defend this belt. Join Stache live at events across Virginia, June 2023. Stache will have SWO, Stache World Order operatives, at every event, helping to protect the Stache, survey everything that goes on, and get in the way of anything that happens. If anybody tries to get in between Stache and his business, or to try to take this belt, the SWO will be there to stop them cold. My worldwide webbers, my WWWers, people of the internet, Stache wants you to join him at these events. Form a protective wall around the Stache when he's at his merchandise booth, or walking around the arena, or on his way to the bathroom and back. He needs your help because there could be someone sneaking up behind him at any moment trying to take him belt. And we can't have that, can we? This belt needs to stay right where it belongs. With your champion, Spectacular Stache. So here we go. June events 2023. Spectacular Stache, Saturday, June 10th, will be at the Blacksburg Comic Festival at B&B Theaters in Blacksburg, Virginia, 12 noon to 6 p.m. Free admission. Ain't going to cost you nothing to come to the joint and check it out. Check out all the comic books. Check out all the cool stuff. Now, if you want to watch the movie, you're going to have to pay admission to go in and see the movie. But if you want to come in and check out all the comic books and see the people, see the Spectacular Stache, get your picture taken with the Spectacular Stache and the BWC Internet Champion Titleship Belt. Assist the Stache. Keep a lookout. Help the Stache watch him back. At the Blacksburg Comic Festival at B&B Theaters this Saturday, June 10th. The Stache will be there with lots of cool comic books. Marvel, DC, magazines, horror, sci-fi, and of course, a large selection of antique, vintage, professional wrestling gold, baby. I have a whole box of vintage professional wrestling magazines. You're going to want to go through them. I got video games. Stache has got it all. Comic books, video games, toys, vintage professional wrestling magazines, and the BWC Internet Championship belt. We'll all be there. Come see us. Come pick up some stuff. Now, the next day, Sunday, June 11th, the Spectacular Stache and the BWC Internet Championship belt return to Shawsville, Virginia for another taping of wrestling live from BWC, baby. That's right. This Sunday, June 11th, at BWC, 12 noon to 4 p.m., be there. Help the Spectacular Stache and SWO keep this belt where it belongs. With the Stache. Yeah, that's right. Now, this is it. This is the one here, baby. Saturday, June 17th. It's big. Historic event. It's the next stop on the road to Withville Mania, baby, at the Hillsville VFW Hall in Hillsville, Virginia. That's right. Check this out. Saturday, June 17th, Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man, will be there. Scott Storm will defend the Southern Heavyweight Championship belt. And yours truly, the Spectacular Stache, will be there And if he can hang on to it, God help us. Be there. Hillsville, June 17th. Join the Spectacular Stache and the Stache World Order. Help us keep this belt where it belongs, baby. Partial proceeds for this show will go to benefit the Rejected Cornerstone organization. This is a very worthy organization, and Stache is so proud to be a part of this event that's going to help benefit these people, because these people step in and help children when the funding runs out. When these children need school supplies, they need pencils, they need paper, they need shoes, they need clothing, they need to have these things taken care of so they can get an education, so they don't have to worry about these basics, and their needs are provided for if they need food. When the funding runs out, the Rejected Cornerstone organization steps in for these children and helps them out. And you can too. You can be there June 17th in Hillsville, Virginia. You can join Jimmy Valiant, Scott Storm, the Spectacular Stache, and all these professional wrestlers. We're going to work so hard. We're going to put on a great show for you, and we're going to raise a lot of money because you're going to be there. You're going to come support us. And brothers and sisters, this is all about YOU. Professional wrestling, it's not about AEW. It's not about WWE. Wrestling was around long before these organizations. Wrestling has always been about YOU. Jimmy Valiant and BWC, this is what we believe. All right. More information about the Rejected Cornerstone organization at www.rejectedcornerstone.org. And you can check out all the information about the show coming up on Scott Storm's Facebook. Check out Stache's Facebook. We're going to be posting all over the place. Help us post. Help us get the word out about this show. Be there. Join the Spectacular Stache. Form a protective wall around your BWC champion. And make sure nobody takes this belt away from us. That's right. We're about to wrap this up here. Listen, the next event, Sunday, June 25th, Spectacular Stache and the belt. God. If he can hold on to it, return to BWC in Shawsville, Virginia for another taping of Wrestling Live from BWC. We are many, many episodes in. We're over 20 episodes in now. And man, we're having so much fun cranking out this entertainment for you. Yellow Man and Big H are putting together just an incredible series of shows for the Boogie Woogie Man, run by the Boogie Woogie Man, based on the Boogie Woogie Man's philosophy and approach to professional wrestling. Professional wrestling, if you like that old school professional wrestling, you like the new school professional wrestling, you like the stuff that you're not seeing on TV right now. You maybe you're just getting into professional wrestling and you're watching it on TV on some of these other organizations, and you're not getting what you want. Well, YouTube TV show Wrestling Live from BWC, you're going to start to see what you need to see, because that's where it's at BWC. Wrestling Live from BWC YouTube show. Go there. Check it out. Spread it around. Like, subscribe, share. So that's about it. I hope that you've been entertained, and I hope that you've learned something from this live streaming broadcast brought to you by the Spectacular Stache and the BWC Internet Championship Belt. Now, I think it's a good time to wrap this up. And there's a couple things I'll do right here. Grab a real quick swig of water. Stache water. And Stache Mountain water, baby. Grayson Mountain's finest. Grayson County, baby. Best water in the world. All right, now listen. This championship trophy here this is more than a thing. My family loves this belt. I love this belt. My wife, Jerry Lynn, Miss Stache, she loves this belt. She kissed this belt. She caressed this belt as her very own. My wiener dogs, Flippy, Zombie, Zoot, they love this belt. They accept this championship title as a member of their pack. My sister loves this belt. My brother loves this belt. We held this belt up to the illustrated portrait of my deceased father, who is looking down from heaven with great satisfaction that his son, the Spectacular Stache, finally is champion. Yeah! And God willing, and with the help of the SWO and you, the people of the internet, my WWWers, with your help, this belt is going to stay here for a long time. But this isn't just a belt. It's not a thing. This is a being. This is a part of my family. And you deserve a name. A real name. And that's what you're going to get. Right here, right now. My worldwide Webbers. Oh, witness this. Witness this. It's official. Here it comes. I will love you and pet you and stroke you and call you Strappy. Yes! Strappy! Everybody, people of the internet, this is Strappy. This is your belt. All right. Now, Strappy, I love you, baby. We're going to put you right up here. Stay still. Don't move. Stay. Stay. Now. Oh, my. Doesn't Strappy look gorgeous? Spectacular, even. Yeah. All right. That's about it. This was the only way that I could ensure that the Stache would be able to communicate with you, my people of the internet. The Stache is not going to give up. He's going to keep working on it. And if you find this entertaining, if this content is satisfying to you and you enjoy it, please reach out. Let the Stache know. The Stache is your champion. This is your belt. We will keep you informed of what's going on with us just as long as you want us to, because, brothers and sisters, the world of entertainment, it's all about YOU. Now, me and Strappy, we did get a few questions. Strappy didn't get any. But if you have questions for the belt, have questions for the champ, you want to ask Strappy or Stache questions, hit us. We do another one of these videos. We will answer your questions, and perhaps we can figure out a way to do this interactively live, okay? So, a few questions, and we'll wrap this up. First one. And this is somebody who did not pay attention at the first. They didn't watch the first live streaming broadcast, or they didn't pay attention. Because here's the question. Stache, when will you defend your title? Stache is defending the title right here, right now, all the time, 24/7, everywhere and anywhere. Stache is defending it out on the street, walking down the road, walking flippy at the park. He's defending his belt. At any point in time, somebody could sneak up behind the Stache, pin him 1, 2, 3, and take this belt. Got to be looking over his shoulder at every moment of every day, every minute of every second. Stache has to be aware of what's going on and keep this belt right next to him. Listen, somebody could try to break in that door right now. Break in here, throw the Stache down, pin him, take his belt from him. Ain't gonna happen. I got SWO watching Stache's back all the time. Jack! SWO, right out that door, right now. Anybody tries to get anywhere near Stache Estates, SWO got it covered. All right? No need to worry, because the Stache will be defending your belt everywhere, anywhere, at comic book conventions, live shows with World's Decay, at professional wrestling events. When Stache is sitting in his living room reading comic books, when Stache is sitting on the john, sitting on the toilet, he's defending this title right here. You know, as a matter of fact, that's probably the best strategy to hold on to this title, because nobody gonna pin a man when he's sitting on the toilet. Woo! And that's a strategy the Stache intends to employ any means necessary. Gonna be holding on to this belt, all right? Defending it all the time. Stache is gonna earn your respect. Stache is gonna show you what it's like to be a man who's lived all his life to become a champion. Yeah! All right. Now, a couple more questions. All right. 3 ATM 31969. That's 3 ATM 31969. What the heck kind of name is that? I don't know. Okay, 3 ATM 31969 submitted a question. It's a good question. Are you a face or a heel, Stache? All right. Good question. Is Stache a face? Is Stache a heel? Brothers and sisters, what do you think? Because it's up to you. Some people cheer the Stache. Some people boo the Stache. Either way, love the Stache, hate the Stache. I promise you this. Guarantee it. Watch the Stache. You will be entertained. I promise you. Cheer the Stache if you want to cheer him. Boo the Stache if you want to. Have fun. Give us a reaction. Look, Stache has been doing this a long time, and I got to tell you, I love the reactions we get from people. I just want you to keep coming to the shows. Give us a reaction. Have fun. Enjoy. When you boo, it's because the Stache wants you to boo. And when the Stache is good and ready, you'll be cheering for joy and throwing the babies up in the air and catching them. Because the power of the Stache compels you. Good, bad, whatever. I just hope you're entertained and enjoying yourselves. Because if you hadn't noticed, Stache is having the time of his life. Always what I wanted to do, and I'm getting to do it. And thank you. Thank you, BWC. Thank you, Jimmy Valiant. And thank you, my WWWers, my Worldwide Webbers. We got one more question, and it's a good one. I didn't get the name, but here it is. A lot of people asked this one, actually. Stache, why weren't you at the Valiant Cup? And that is a great question. Let me tell you something. It hurts me to not be at BWC every single Sunday. Stache's got a lot going on, but that's no excuse because Stache wants to be there, and he will be there. But if the Stache couldn't make it to the Valiant Cup, believe me, brothers and sisters, he had a very good reason for not being there, okay? The Valiant Cup is an event that's very, very near and dear to the Stache's heart. Valiant Cup is special. The Valiant Cup is where the Stache got his professional wrestling debut in Pelham, North Carolina just 5 years ago. The Valiant Cup is an event where the Stache has participated before as a wrestler. He has worked hard, sweated, bled, cried, crawled, and scraped and fought tooth and nail to try to grab that Valiant Cup and bring it home to Stache Estates. Lock it in this vault with the rest of the Stache's trophies. But it didn't happen. Several years, several tries, it didn't happen. That doesn't mean Stache is giving up. It just means Stache may have other priorities, like keeping this belt. Maybe Stache just wanted to make sure he held on to it for a little bit longer. Because at BWC, especially the Valiant Cup, lot of wrestlers running around that place like to take this belt away from the Stache and take it home. Take this belt away from you. Not going to let that happen. So I'm not saying Stache didn't show up because he didn't want to defend the belt. That's not the truth. Stache is defending the belt right now, everywhere, all the time. Doesn't matter where he is. But let me ask you this. Where was Stache is not the question. Where were you? Stache has been to BWC. Stache has been to the Valiant Cup. Stache has tried to win the Stache and Valiant Cup. Stache has trained at BWC. He's been there Sunday in and Sunday out. He's been there working, getting his ass handed to him time and time again, learning how to apply all these evasive action techniques that Jimmy Valiant has instructed the Spectacular Stache. All these underhanded, dirty, rotten rule bending and rule breaking techniques. Captain Joe Valiant and Jimmy Valiant showed the Stache how to do all this. The trainers, various trainers at BWC showed Stache the ropes and how to bend, how to work around, how to sneak, how to snake, choke holds, thumb to the eye, rake to the eye, boxing the ears, choking on the ropes, pulling the trunks. Rules. Just like chains, ropes, and cuffs, all meant to be broken. But listen up, brothers and sisters. This is one title right here that the Stache don't even have to bend the rules to keep. Nope. All you need is a referee. All you need is to get a pinfall or a submission. And all Stache has got to do is keep this belt with Stache. And your BWC Internet Championship is safe, secure, and protected, baby. That's right. It ain't going nowhere. Staying right here, Scrappy. You staying right here, baby. Now, brothers and sisters, I sincerely hope you've been entertained. Going to wrap this up. Contact Stache. Send Stache money. Be there at live events. Help Stache keep this belt. And above all, brothers and sisters, be spectacular. Woo! Yeah!